Good morning, and welcome to Ark and Dove Presbyterian Church in Odenton, Maryland. In Boudreaux, the clerk of session at Ark and Dove. The live streaming service will begin in a few minutes. Until then, welcome to The Lobby, the weekly program highlighting what's going on at Ark and Dove outside of service. Today, I will be talking to Kathy Davis, the moderator of Deacons. But first, let me tell you a few things about today's service. First, we will celebrate Earth Day. Being part of a denomination that stresses care of creation and humans' stewardship of the earth is a big reason why I'm Presbyterian. So I'm looking forward to hearing today's message about that. Also, we are not having a call to worship this week. Rather, it is an invocation that is meant for the pastor to read aloud and the congregation listens. So normally we read the call of worship aloud together. Also, the new computer worked great last week. So hopefully we will not have any more disasters like we had on Easter. A big thank you to Will Davis for his help building the new system. We are now able to live stream on YouTube and Facebook. Now, we just need to make sure that Pastor John remembers to turn his microphone on. I'd like to highlight a couple of things happening this week. The grief group is meeting on Wednesday, April 29th, via Zoom. I can say when I lost my mother a year and a half ago, the grief group was there to help me get through those dark times. I really recommend this to anybody dealing with a loss. Lenny Gerdner and Pastor Tim lead this group, and details can be found in the archive and on the webpage. Now, here's a unique opportunity to help the church. If you're like me, you probably haven't been to the church physically in weeks. Well, as you can imagine, the grounds have not received some much needed TLC. So next Saturday, we are going to have a cleanup. For one family at a time, the Howe family has already made a dent, but we still need more help. So this will be a fun way to get outside with your family. Please sign up by clicking on the link in the bulletin or through the webpage. All supplies will be available at the church. Finally, the Sunday Bible study is still open for new attendees. They are reading the 5 greatest chapters of the Bible, and it's led by Stephen Price Gibson. So see the webpage or the archive for the sign-up. Now, I'd like to welcome Kathy Davis to the program. Kathy is the moderator of Deacons. So welcome, Kathy. And tell me, how is your family doing these days?
Well, we are doing okay, Brian. We actually have both of our children, our adult children, living at home with us right now. So we're working hard to be together and stay out of each other's way as appropriate. I'm actually grateful to have them both with us during this time.
That is good. Lots of family time. So tell me, can you describe for us what the deacons do?
So yes, in case people don't know, the deacons work with the pastors at Ark and Dove to care for the congregation. Everyone at Ark and Dove has a deacon point of contact, and that's based on last name. We call this each deacon's alpha. And the deacons, we provide care to those at Ark and Dove in a variety of ways, through our contacts, through prayer partners, which is a running prayer list that is distributed to people so that we can all pray for each other. We also provide meals to the congregation.
Great. So I guess the deacons have been trying to stay in touch with everybody. But what if I need to get in touch with the deacon? How do I do that? And how do I know who my deacon is?
Who your deacon is. So it is up on the Ark and Dove website. There are 7 deacons. Our deacons right now are Adele Guerin, and she works, her alpha is A, B, Y, and Z. Then we have Kathy Miller. Her letters are C, D, and E. Amy Hageman, she is F, J, K, L. And Patricio, Annetta Fenstermacher, she's MNOP. And Greg Makar is GHI. And Christy Hipchin is S. and Patricio is QRTUVWNX. And this is all on the Ark and Dove website.
Great. So now the deacons have a lot of sort of ceremonies and rites that they sort of take care of. What's happening right now with, like, say, baptisms?
So baptisms are on hold right now. But other than that, the deacons are still working really hard to stay in contact with their Alpha group. We still have prayer partners going. We are still offering people meals. We will leave them on your porch for you. And deacons are also helping to distribute the masks that are being made by those in our congregation who have been so dedicatedly sewing them.
So if I need a meal or I need a face mask, I should reach out to my deacon?
Yes, you absolutely should. You could reach out to the pastors or to your deacon, and we would really love to provide that for you. I think the one thing that I really want to stress is I know from my years of being a deacon at Ark and Dove that often people do not want to reach out when they need help. And I'd like people to consider that even as we're all isolated, I've really felt that during this pandemic, I've really realized how interrelated we all are. And I'd like people to consider that as much as you might need something, someone else might need just as much to provide something. I think this is a time when a lot of people feel powerless and helpless. So maybe being able to fill your need will help someone, and then you just don't know, tomorrow you could be the one filling the need. And that's the other thing, is when your deacon reaches out to you, please just let them know how things are going in your life. And if you take a moment to talk with them, you might discover a way that we could help you, or even that you could help someone else. So just please take that opportunity when they reach out to you via a phone conversation, an email, a card. That would be wonderful.
That's great. That's great to hear. Now, I also know that the deacons are affiliated with the Stephen Ministry. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yes, we very much are. So for those of you who don't know, we do have an active Stephen Ministry at our church, which this is a ministry for anyone who is going through a difficult time. It matches you up with a caregiver. And in order to access this, you would just need to contact either Kelly Burnett or Lori Barrow. I do have both of their emails here. I hope maybe I can give those. It's Kelly B, and that's KELLYB 327 at AOL.com, or L Barrow, BARROW, at aerotech.com, AEROTEK.com. And that is a confidential way for you to maybe access some caring at this really difficult time.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Kathy. It has been really great to talk to you. It's amazing to see the kind of work things are doing. So keep up the good fight. And thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much, Brian, for giving me this opportunity to talk about the deacons. They have been working hard, and they're really enjoying connecting with the congregation at this difficult time. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Now, before we end, as somebody who is staying at home, I would just personally like to extend my deepest gratitude to everyone out there who continues to work on the front lines, the public servants, the medical professionals, and the food service workers. You're the real heroes here. So thank you for joining us today, and the streaming service will begin momentarily.